Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It isn't going to be anything technical or going over any trades or anything like that. This is more of a review. Recently, this was actually back in February, and I'm barely getting around to doing this. I've been really busy, a lot of things happening. But I had the pleasure of going out to Puerto Rico and trading at Trade Spaces, which is kind of like a co-trading spot where you could go and there's a community of traders and you go trade with them. You can network, and it's just a really cool environment. And I mean, it's 5 minutes from everywhere out there. And me and my assistant at the time, we both went out there, we traded, and we were there for a week, and we recorded fully transparent, 100%. Just we didn't get paid, we didn't get told to make this video or anything. We just really wanted to share our experience with you guys while we were out there. So take a look. This is it. What's up, guys? Welcome to another video here, guys. Thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Before we get started, make sure that you hit the like button and also subscribe so you can get more trading videos and more content. We try to upload content as much as we could. We also do live trading every Friday, so on our TGIF stream, if you want to come back and hang out and trade live with us, get a pre-market plan every Friday. And then on Sunday, we do a weekly watch list and also technical analysis if you want to come in and hang out with us. On Sundays, we do that free at 8 p.m. Eastern. But right now, here today, we're in beautiful, sunny Puerto Rico. So I believe we're in San Juan. I think we're in the Santurce district. I don't know how necessarily it works or what have you, but everything is just like kind of really compact and on top of each other. But we've been here for a week, guys. We're here at Trade Spaces, and this is what this video is going to be about. It's just a review of our experience being here at Trade Spaces, and just want to go over everything, how it was, and even like the being here outside of the Trade Spaces and what have you as well. So just to get started, if you guys don't know what Trade Spaces is, you could go to tradespaces.us, and basically what it is a co-trading community here in Puerto Rico. So for those of you guys that don't know, there's after Hurricane Maria, there was Act 21 that was enacted to try to stimulate the economy down here in Puerto Rico. And basically what it is to get entrepreneurs to come and put more money into the economy. I believe you have to own a business here, you have to operate your business here, you have to spend at least 6 months out of the year here, and you have to own property here. And you pay a $10,000 like stipend or some type of like donation towards the government, which is a lot less than what we would pay as capital gains tax as traders. And there's no capital gains tax. So it is always a sunny, like 80 degrees out here, even in the nighttime. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just trader paradise pretty much. And to be in a room where there's about, so I believe there's 15 to 20 desks altogether in the room, where you're with people of all different types of trading backgrounds and also trading, I don't know if you would say like tenure or experience. And so there's people trading, $1,000 accounts. There's people trading, 6-figure accounts. There's people trading 8-figure accounts here, making huge trades. We watched a guy nail one trade for what, 14 million the other day. So Wednesday at WKHS, we watched a guy who sat across from us nail a trade for 14 million on that trade, which is absolutely crazy. And the same guy actually had a position on Tesla with the volatility of like 10,000 shares, making absolute bank on that. So there's lots of stuff going on. A lot of you guys know Trade Spaces from St. Lucie, right? So this is St. Lucie's spot. This is his main office that he works out of here in Puerto Rico. And yes, he will be in the room. He will be here trading if you do decide to come out here. Before you get too far deep into this video, I want to definitely stress this, is that everyone here is to trade. No one is here to make friends first. Everyone is here to make money and to trade first. Then after that comes the camaraderie and you kind of hanging out, and after that. And we're going to get into that a little bit more here in a second. So don't think that you're going to come and sit side by side with Lucci and you're going to be on top of him, bugging him the whole time or anything. But he is a great guy. He's a great dude. If you want to ask him questions, He's very personal, down to earth. He will help you. And if you fuck up, if you're disrespectful or whatever, he doesn't have a filter. He's definitely gonna let you know how he feels. So just come with that type of mentality. So we've kind of broken down trade spaces into 5 different key points that we wanted to hit as far as being here. I just want to introduce Darian. So Darian is my right-hand man. He does everything for us in the New Age Wall Street room. So he does a lot of the social media work, a lot of the customer service stuff for you guys as well. He even makes a lot of content and anything everywhere in between to help me out and just fills in those gaps. So he's been here with me all week. Darian has just give some of your training background.
Well, I don't think there really is that much. I've been trading for a little bit less than a year. I ended up stumbling on Cruz's New Age Wall Street YouTube and just kind of went all in on it. I believed in what he was doing, and I liked how he presented himself in live streams. So I joined his room, and then went to a meetup, and he taught me how to trade, and that's about it.
Yeah, so Darian has been, his experience in trading is less than a year. So he actually sent me like a 5-page essay on why he wanted to work for me, and now he's able to come and hang out and be a part of my day-to-day and what I do to be able to help me out. And I think this is actually awesome opportunity. So I want him to give his perspective as well, being a little bit less experienced of a trader, where how he felt being here as compared to me, owning a chat room and having more experience in the wild. So you could kind of get best of both worlds of what what's going on. So the first thing that I want to hit on is the location of trade spaces. So holistically altogether, when you get into Puerto Rico, you land at the airport, and we rented a car. You don't necessarily even have to rent a car when you come here. So there's scooters that you can rent on the sidewalks all over the place, like the bird scooters. And there is Uber out here. I know that if you Google, they say that Uber's not a huge thing here. You definitely have Uber right now during COVID. There is a curfew. I believe it's from 11 to 5 in the morning.
It's 12 to 5.
12 at midnight to 5 in the morning. So, and they take it very, very seriously right now, the actual curfew. So, just keep that in mind if you're going to be coming very shortly, still during, COVID times and stuff. Everyone does it. It's not to say that you're going to get like arrested or a fine, but residents take it very serious. So, now, as far as the location from the airport, it's probably less than like a 15-minute drive. You could take an Uber. There's other ways to be able to get here as well. It is nice to have a car where you can just hop in and go everywhere. It is very, very hard to park places because it is an island. It's very small. Everything is very compact. Parking is kind of a pain in the ass if you are going to drive. If you are going to rent a vehicle, unless you're going like far, everything is 5 minutes from everything here, dude. Like there's not anything that's very far. So if you are going to rent a vehicle and you just want to go to the beach, for instance, the beach is literally less than 5 minutes away. You can take a bird scooter, you can walk if you want to, things like that. So I recommend that. So the proximity of trade spaces to the airport is absolutely awesome. It's also in like kind of a metro downtown area, which is very, very nice. There's it's on the 5th floor of a building, and there's restaurants all the way up and down the street that it's actually on. So if you want to go grab lunch, you want to go grab something to drink. There's also bars and stuff too. And then there's a main road, and a block away is the main road. And there's a lot more restaurants, a lot more other things as well that you could walk to and grab lunch, grab necessities. There's also a grocery store right across the street as well that you could go to, and a gym. So there's also a Planet Fitness right across the street too that you can go to as well. So the location is absolutely awesome. There's condominiums that are across the street. We were told that they're not supposed to do Airbnbs in those condominiums, but we did luck out and we got an Airbnb in those, and it's totally modern. I believe it's just been built within the last 2 to 3 years. Very accommodating, the guys at the Airbnb, and we literally walked across the street. So 2 minutes from being in bed and then coming and trading here, just walking across the street. So the location is absolutely awesome in proximity to everything. If you're thinking of staying like at a hotel, the Sheraton is 10 minutes away. There's lots of other hotels. There's like a more like Americanized side of the island that's more touristy and stuff. And if you want to get wild and pay those prices for those hotels, you could definitely do so. But there's definitely a wide variety, and it's very close proximity from wherever you're staying. You can definitely get here very, very easily. How do you feel about the location?
I thought the location was perfect. I mean, as Cruz stated, there's a bunch of things to do. Everything's about a 2 to 3 minute, 5 minute walk. There's a lot of good Puerto Rican places around here. I think not being in the touristy area was kind of nice too. You got to dive into the culture and just the people, and so it was nice. And I picked a great Airbnb, to be honest. I'm gonna have to say that it was a perfect location because it was just right across the street.
Yeah. So that, like I said, that's pretty awesome for us. I will try to put the link for the Airbnb that we stayed at. I'll put the link in the description. So hopefully it's open for you guys. If you want to come, you could stay there as well. The owner, we had a little bit of a mishap, and the owner was fully accommodating and brought us a gift, just to say sorry, and it didn't even need to have a gift or anything. It was something that was so small. He was absolutely awesome. I'll put the link to the Airbnb we stayed at, and like I said, it's literally across the street. All right. So the second part we want to talk about is the vibes in the office, the vibes in trade spaces, and kind of like everyone in here and what it is. So I mentioned earlier that this is a place to trade. This is an office. It is a workplace that everyone takes very, very seriously there. They have funds that they trade here that are, over $1 billion funds in here that are being traded. There's guys trading 8-figure accounts and things like that. There's older guys in here that are very serious and tenured in here as well. So you guys know me if you guys watch my videos of in my lives back at the Trade Factory in Albuquerque. I always have music on. I'm always having a good time. I'm always kind of goofing off and just blowing that trading steam. Right, what we do is very stressful, so I try to make things fun over at the Trade Factory by having Nerf guns, hoverboards, scooters, all those things, right? So here, you can bring those things. You can bring those things and things like that, but during trading hours, so I would say about a half hour before the open, everything gets very serious in the room. And not to say that you can't talk to anyone or anything like that, but it's time to trade and it's time to work. So they don't want people visiting at their desks. They don't want people over over their shoulders or anything like that. They do have just an office like type instant message. So if you need something, you could instant message someone. They will get it for you right away. Everything, but it is very serious. During trading hours, you are there to trade. So which comes in where, like in my room, we are more scalpers, and we're usually done the first 2 hours of the day. These guys are here all day trading, even after hours, sometimes babysitting trades as well. So just keep that in mind, that it's not a place to come and play, like, if that makes sense. Like, it is a place to have a good time and to build rapport with other traders and everything. And I don't want to harp that it's like really hardcore vibes. It's not like that. So it's as far as trading and like that. So once the open happens, or once you hear the bell ring, you hear people calling out trades, calling out setups. You hear people calling out price points, helping each other out across the room and stuff like that. But they're not talking about their dog, or they're not talking about their girlfriend or anything. They're calling out trades, helping each other out. And we were even encouraged to call out our trades. But we know that we trade differently, and we're more trading the other side from them, and we didn't want to mess them up at what they were doing. And it's kind of hard to block out what they're doing to make sure that we stay on track for our trade. So as far as the camaraderie part and trading, it's absolutely awesome to be in a room where there's other traders. Everyone has the same goal to make money, and everyone is helping each other out once the bell rings, calling out trades, calling out setups and things like that, and calling out things that they have. There's people here that have different softwares that you could hear in the background. You could hear news, you could hear Benzinga, you could hear, they have CNBC on the TVs and things like that. And so those are things that you could use, to your advantage as well. But the vibes here are absolutely awesome. Everyone's freaking awesome. Not even just in the trade spaces area, but in all of Puerto Rico, everyone has been very accommodating, very nice. Not everyone speaks English, but everyone will make the attempt to switch to speak the English to you. If they notice that you're struggling with the Spanish. And here in the trade spaces, whenever you book your time here, you're probably going to wind up talking to Francie, who is the office manager and co-owner, like we said, and he's absolutely awesome. So he has been fully accommodating even before we left on our trip to come out here. He texted me like, hey, when do you guys want to set up your trade stations? When do you want to come in? He met us here on a Sunday afternoon, and we were able to set up and put our trade stations the way that we wanted to. And so that we felt ready and not rushed on Monday before they opened. So I thought that was really cool. That's not something that, they had to do, that we could have just met here before they open on Monday and not have to do any of that stuff. But he's been absolutely awesome. When you get here, they put you in a WhatsApp group chat for everyone that's here as part of Trade Spaces at the moment. And everyone kind of, talks on there, even after hours, and they're fully accommodating for us. Like if we wanted, traditional Puerto Rican food, we wanted the hot spots to go out at night. We wanted, the things to be able to do, then we just put, whatever we wanted in that chat, and everyone was very nice, gave us, suggestions, gave us all the best places to eat, and just very, like I said, accommodating. And then everyone, after hours, right? So after hours, once the trading market is closed, everyone kind of lingers and, reviews their trades and goes over the day. Then you can go sit side by side, with people and ask them, what did you see here? What was your trades, and, this and that. There's a full kitchen, there's a full lounge here, and what have you. You could sit and watch a movie. They were doing that last night. You could make some food, if you want to. And it just becomes a really cool, everyone, it feels like everyone actually cares about you as a trader, and that you're successful and actually does care. So, they'll ask us how our trading day was, how things went. And this week there's been a lot of volatility, so it is very stressful in here. But everyone is still good spirits. No one takes it out on anyone. No one took it out on us or anything because, they had a bad trading day, anything like that. And I'm sure that there were some big losses at times here in the room. So after hours, if you want to ask questions and vibe and talk to other people, we've exchanged numbers with almost everyone here. Everyone's told us, different stories, invited us back, invited us to go do other things. I've invited them to the Trade Factory. So I can't say enough about the vibes in the place, where like it's just great. It's amazing where Francie's absolutely awesome, even outside of here, to make sure we're taken care of. To hear other traders calling out trades, it is serious. You need to make sure you're successful and what have you. And it's just very, very inclusive. It's not like, oh, they're only here for a week, so we're not gonna vibe with them or talk to them. We felt very included in everything that they were doing.
I think Cruz pretty much hit all the points. Yeah, like when you walk in the morning, everyone's kind of setting up for pre-market. They start trading throughout the day and it gets serious. Lunchtime, for an hour, people will go out, get some food together, and then come back and finish off the day. And then once the day is over, honestly, everyone just really relaxes. They build Lego cars to kind of just decompress for the day and just kind of hang out, talk. And like the age range is also really good too. Like there's people as young as, I think, 20 years old, all the way up to 30s, and there was one guy that was here earlier in the week who he was probably in his 40s or 50s, but it's very, what's the word?
Inclusive?
No.
Diverse?
There we go. Hold on. it's very diverse. There we go.
So yeah, pretty much that's how it is. But yeah, so I don't want to hit too hard for you guys to think, oh, it's I'm not gonna like it because it's too serious. It's not. I hope I don't scare people off because of that. I'm just saying that like everyone here takes their craft seriously. It's not, and there are people here that execute on Robinhood. There's people here that execute on Webull. Don't think you need, you need Centerpoint as your broker in order to be able to be here. So it's everything is respected very highly, for you to be here. So it's just when it's trading time, it's time to it's trading, it's work, and then afterwards you can definitely vibe and you can hang out and things like that. So and even then though, like between me and Darian, we still had a good time. Like we were in our little corner, and you could still talk, you could still have a good time and everything. It's just that don't go bugging other traders, with your problems or asking, stuff that's not about trading.
Yeah.
So, why don't you start with amenities?
The amenities for TradeSpace?
Yeah.
All right. So for amenities, it was kind of cool because they have that full kitchen, like Cruz said. My favorite part was just they have an espresso machine, so you can basically use it as much as you want. I already knew how to use an espresso machine before, but they will go over it with you, obviously, if you don't know how to. So they had that. They had a microwave if you wanted to bring anything. They had also like a toaster. It was kind of a weird, almost like flatbread toaster, but if you wanted to make anything. They have a PlayStation 5 whenever it gets lull time or if you want to play afterwards. They have the TV playing CNBC all day, but afterwards, yeah, they were watching a movie yesterday. They said that they'll watch Rick and Morty when there's downtime or if it's a really slow day. They have a Zen Room, which is really cool. I think I slept in there once, but we were kind of in and out going a bunch of places, so I didn't get to spend more time in there. But yeah, so if you want to come hang out, relieve some anxiety or just get some quiet, there's the Zen Room. We are in the conference room, which is pretty cool. There's a TV on that wall. It also has a web camera, so if you want to do a conference or have to call someone, there it is. They have a wireless printer, so if you need to print anything out. And the cool part, which I think this is probably my favorite part, they have 2 bathrooms, right? And both the bathrooms are full bathrooms. You have the shower, you have the towels, the toilet, of course, and it's just really cool. Like you can go to the gym across the street, or if you have to go out and about and do something. Thankfully, we were just across the street, as we said earlier, but if we were farther and maybe we were out and about during the lunch hour and we came back and we wanted to take a shower, we wouldn't have to drive even farther and then come back, but we could just do it here. And since the beach is so close, if we went to the beach and came back, we could have just done it here as well. I think that pretty much hits all the points on that. Do you have anything?
Yeah, so like with the bathroom thing and stuff, like the amenity things, like I always feel like for me, dude, is like I feel like people have these amenities at these places and stuff, and then it doesn't get used. It's just kind of like a selling point, but everything gets used. So like there's guys that go to the gym before the open. They'll get here and use the shower, so you don't feel weird that you're the only one using the shower or something, or that you're the only one using one of the equipment, right? So like even like with the full kitchen, right? There's a range, there's a stove, toaster, all that stuff. There's even like blenders and everything. Everyone uses all the stuff, so you don't feel some type of way like if you're pulling it out and and know it, everyone's just like staring at you or whatever. You know what I mean? There is the Zen Room, which is a quiet room if you want to go in there and meditate. Just hang out and just relieve some stress. We're in the conference room, so you could come in here if you want to just meet with someone real quick, sit down and talk. There's a nice view behind the camera that you guys can't see. There's also the rooftop. So this building has a rooftop that you can go up there and hang out on the rooftop. Just grab some air. If you smoke, those things or whatever, you could go up to the rooftop and hang out. And then there's also, so as part of this, there's like an electric bike. So there's an electric bike where you don't have to pay anything here, additional. It's part of your membership at TradeSpaces. You can use it to go grab some groceries. You can use it to go to the beach or whatever. We didn't use it just because there's two of us and we're big guys. We can't fit on the bike. It's just like a little bike, electric scooter type thing. But there's that, and then to think of anything else as well as far as amenities.
I think that's it.
I think that's pretty much it. So there are TVs on both sides of the walls, and a big one is that you do get also, I don't know if you count this as an amenity or not, but you do get access to the Investors Underground chat room, and then make sure you get set up with that right away when you get here. And you also get access to the Wall Street Jesus and St. Lucie chat room, and then make sure that you get that right away as too whenever you come in. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it as far as amenities and things like that. So I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, so one thing that I do want to point out as part of that is that there is 24 access to the building. So if you do trade something else other than the U.S. market, like U.S. equities or even options or what have you, if you trade crypto, if you trade futures, yeah, they will give you access to come during the nighttime, or like on the weekends. If you need to come and do other stuff, you can come on the weekends too, and make sure that you get that all taken care of and everything. So that's it for that. On the equipment side of things, guys, as far as your trade station, your desk that you have, it's absolutely awesome. So everything is top of the line. They didn't spare anything for you to have a hard time. I think we did an internet speed test, and we did like 500 megabits download speed and 200 megabits per second upload, which is nuts for upload speed. So
no, they were matched. It was 400 each.
400 each. So
yeah.
400 each on the upload download on the internet. If you're taking trades, it happens. You click the button and it happens. Like you would think like we're on the island, like it wouldn't be like that. No, the internet's freaking great. Even outside of trade spaces, like if you're on your phone, like on need to use GPS or anything, watching videos, internet out here is great. So as part of the equipment, then the desks are sit and stand desks, as you'll see. That you could see, you can move it up and down. No one cares, if you're standing, sitting, whatever. They give you a little pad. The floors are concrete, so you could stand on a little pad to give you a little bit of cushion. But you could sit, stand, do whatever you want. The chairs are really ergonomic, really nice chairs for you to be able to sit on. I don't have one with at home with a headrest, so now I'm thinking of getting one like it whenever I get back home. I don't know the actual specs in the computers, but it's on the website. So yeah. It's on the website. We'll put the link, and then the only thing is don't turn your computer off. So don't put it to sleep. So Darian made that mistake of putting his computer to sleep the first time. The actual towers to the computers are in like a case, so you cannot actually get to the actual towers, which is fine. Just make sure you don't turn off your computer while you're here, or else you're gonna have to be waiting for someone to come and turn it on for you. You get 4, I believe they're 40-inch or so vertical monitors, LG 4K vertical monitors, which are absolutely amazing. You get also as well. So since you can't plug things directly into the computer, you have like a hub of USBs that you could plug in anything into your USB ports, and then you also get another part that is just for like power, so USB power, and it has as well wireless charging for your phone, has the USB, and then it also has the AC outlets for you to actually plug stuff in. So
32-inch 4K.
Oh, so they're 4 32-inch vertical monitors. So very nice. If you don't have vertical monitors, it's probably going to take you a little bit to get used to be honest, if you don't have vertical monitors. But with that, they don't care what you trade with. Like, they don't care what software, anything like that. Like this morning I did my TGIF stream. I put OBS on the computer. I did, YouTube, all that, and the computers handled it all fine. Like I streamed and everything, that there was no downtime or anything like that. The computers work absolutely awesome. That you get like a Corsair keyboard. This is a preferential thing for you as a trader. You may want to bring your own peripherals just because you may be used to it. I found that, like for me, since my keyboard is a little bit different, a little bit bigger, I was fat fingering things and it was a little bit, just a little bit cumbersome. But it wasn't anything that's bad on their end. It's just my preference as a trader when I'm used to it at home. And then you get a really nice gaming mouse. And that is wireless. So I don't like it. That's my preference. It doesn't seem like when you move the mouse that it would always get the input from it right away. And so when I'm trying to put in an order to trade right away, I needed to go through, dude. I needed the mouse to move. I needed to click, and it wasn't necessarily doing that. And maybe it just kind of out of battery, maybe. But I just don't like it. It's just different from what I'm used to at home. And that was something that as a inexperienced trader that I've had a mouse die on me that is wireless, and I said never again. I would always use a wire mouse. So I don't think it would take too much, room in your luggage or your baggage to throw a mouse and a keyboard in. If you guys want to bring it, they obviously let you plug it in if you want to. So, but that's as far as the actual trading equipment. And obviously, you could bring cameras if you stream, if you have a room, or things like that. You could do all those things too. So, is there anything I'm missing as far as?
I want to jump in on that actually. So, as you stated, like there's a USB hub that gets plugged to the computer. So I actually brought my own keyboard and mouse. I didn't mind their mouse, to be completely honest. It was just a little bit heavier. It had more controls on it than I was ever used to. So it took me a little bit to figure it out, but I ended up using my own mouse just because I was more comfortable with it, so that was pretty easy. In regards to the keyboard, I have a smaller keyboard, so it was a little bit too big for me, but I could have easily plugged the keyboard in, but my keyboard literally clicks really loudly, and I didn't want to, upset anyone because I was clicking away. And there is a charging, separate USB hub for just charging where you can plug in AC. You can plug in USB, and also it has wireless charging on it as well. You could just place your phone sideways, so that was pretty cool. And the last one was, there was one other thing, and I completely forgot about it. That's okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the equipment that you get, and I just wanna hit real quick as far as the size of the desk. So the desks are really big. So I have sit and stand desks at the Trade Factory, and they're even bigger than the ones that I have at the Trade Factory. And Lucci had told us that they were actually custom made, and you don't fill on top of your neighbor. So you do, and your monitors kind of curve around you, so you don't feel like your neighbor is looking at your screen when they look to the side. You know what I mean? You don't feel like they're watching your trades or anything like that. So you do have that separation. If you do have a neighbor sitting next to you, you do feel that separation where you don't have to, you're not on top of them in any type of way. You can spread around, you can roll your chair around, whatever, and you're good. You know what I mean? So the desks are really, really nice on that level. And the last thing that we want to talk about is just the overall value and the cost of everything, right? Of coming out here. Well, not necessarily just coming out here, but the actual membership. So I paid, I'm gonna tell you from my memory because it was a little bit different. You have to pay a deposit, and then you sign a lease, and then you pay for your actual membership. And then so you'll make like a little, they have like a website, you make like a membership, and they'll auto debit you, like if you're here on a month-to-month basis or what have you, they'll auto debit you like that. If you're here just on a weekly basis, they'll debit you every week or whatever it is. But for the month, as much as we paid, I think it was, I believe it was $300 for the week. So he has it up here right now, but I believe it's $30 for the week is what we paid. On the website, it has where it's $100 a day.
Yeah.
So on here it says it's $100 a day for you to come in and use the desk and what have you. So I'm not necessarily sure. I'm just gonna tell you as far as what I felt like the value was and what we paid. So I paid like I think it was $200 to $300 for each desk, right? So so mine and Darian each had that, and then you have the deposit of $100 for each of them. And honestly, man, if you're any type of serious trader, $200 for you to come and hang out in Puerto Rico, rub elbows with, Lucci and, the other, Francie and, Kevin, all the other, traders and stuff, and just the networking aspect of it is absolutely awesome. Like it's invaluable, like, on that part, and then the included amenities that you have. That's great, man. It's great. And then, if you learn, a golden nugget or two from someone else here, it pays for itself, tenfold. You know what I mean? Like $200 for you to be here a week. That should really, I think that's really doable on one day of trading, even with a small account. So, if you have to save to come out here, you know what I mean? Maybe you're younger, you just don't have a trading account like that. It's worth it just to be able to pay it, come for a week, and you don't necessarily have to be here a full week. You can do a day by day or what have you, things like that. So I do think the value is absolutely great for what you get, and then just the overall, just kind of away from the value of what you pay at trade spaces, and the trip for us to come out here. Obviously, as COVID, ticket prices are a little bit different, whatever. But on the cheap end, I was gonna pay like $180 for Darian's ticket. So that's all the way from California, right? All the way across the country, across the ocean. Darian come out here for $180. You pay $200 also for your desk for the week. There's Airbnbs for $30 a day and whatnot. So it's definitely worth it. We ate out a lot. We ate out a lot, probably almost every meal. We did go to the grocery store just to get some drinks and snacks and stuff like that. So you could go to the grocery store and load up and have groceries for the week and stuff. But and then you could go to the beach and all those things are free. The sightseeing stuff and everything is free. You don't have to make it like a huge thing where you pay a lot of money. So the value that you get out here, and everyone is so welcoming, for you to come out and hang out and everything too. They want you to come, spend money out here. All the restaurants and everyone's very accommodating whenever you come and you want to spend money with them as well. So, so as far as the value of what we paid to be here and stuff for the week, it's great, man. I will also, I'm going to be looking at maybe coming more in the winters. So, whenever it gets cold, I'll come out here, just to get away. And that's pretty much what we did now, with the whole Texas freeze and Arctic freeze stuff. We kind of just came out here to get away from the cold, and we left on a whim. We left like on a, 1.5 week, 2 week notice. So,
it was like a week, literally 7 days before we left. We were like, let's go.
Yeah. So very, just very spur of the moment, let's go. Obviously we took advantage of a lot more things. You don't need a car and all that, but you didn't really. I couldn't take care of you as far as all that stuff, but as far as cost stuff and like, did you feel taken care of and everything?
Oh yeah, of course. And I have to, say thank you so much to Cruz because he did pay for my trip to come out here. But even from places I've gone, traveling to New York, Oregon, Texas, New Mexico, like other places, looking at the cost of everything, the food, the Airbnb here, everything was it was doable. Like you could be young, not make that much money, and it would be really easy to come out here and be able to do all that stuff. And the fact that everything's literally a 5-minute walk from everything, it's solid. Like,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, like you could rent a bird scooter. You know what I mean? I think it's like $1.03 or something. I don't know, dude. It's really cheap. They're all over the place. They do like after the curfew, like you can't find them. Everyone goes and picks them up to charge them, I think.
Yeah.
So they go. Yeah, don't plan on using them late in the night.
Unless you take one.
Yeah, unless you take one with you. So, But that's pretty much it, guys. So just to like wrap everything up. So as far as the location, it's absolutely awesome. It's like 15 minutes from the airport. Driving here, you can grab an Uber. There's lots of hotels all over the place. Airbnb. I was kind of against the Airbnb, and it's honestly the way to go. I think.
A good one.
I think it's honestly the way to go, especially if you get like a whole area. Don't do a room or whatever.
Yeah.
And then vibes. Everyone is freaking awesome. Francie's awesome. Lucci's awesome. Very down to earth.
Spencer's dope. I spent a lot of time talking to Spencer. He's the crypto dude.
So yeah, Spencer does crypto. Everyone everyone's just welcoming and just amazing. The equipment's top notch, guys. Like everything is top notch. If you have a problem with anything, Francie will hook you up right away. Amenities. You got like I actually took some notes as to stuff that's in here that I will do at the Trade Factory as well, and kind of borrow some of those ideas. And the cost is absolutely awesome, guys. And so that was the video, guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch it. Just a quick review over our trip over at Trade Spaces. I apologize. The camera, we were talking for like almost 30 to 40 minutes, so the camera died. They lost battery and it just died. So, but that was pretty much the end of it anyways. So that's where we cut it off. I hope you guys get the chance to be able to go out there, enjoy Trade Spaces out in Puerto Rico. Hopefully, maybe I'll even be out there whenever you guys go. So check it out, you guys. Thank you guys for watching again. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.